When you hear this song, you think about West Point. No, not that West Point. West Point, Mississippi, home of Old Waverly and Mossy Oak.
One moment changes everything. Distance, precision, decided in a microsecond. So reduce your ball spin and get the most performance at impact with 4 yards more. A next-gen golf tee proven by pros and players like you. The unique durable design flexes at contact, reducing ball spin, giving you tighter control and more distance. So change your game and get 4 yards more. Brought to you by Greenkeepers. Golf Smart.
There are a lot of golf instructors in America, but there's only 100 top 100 golf instructors. See how good I am at math? We got one right here. Top 100 instructor, director of instruction at Old Waverly Golf Club, VJ Trolio. Good to talk to you again. Yeah, it's great to talk to a guy who works with such a beautiful office. This instructional facility is just part of the entire master plan that is a continuing work in progress.
Yeah, it's an amazing place. It was founded by the Ryan family, obviously. Old Waverly was. And then in 2017, the Mossy Oak was founded.
The Daily Feed course right across the street.
From then, we've got our facilities here. The teaching center started in '02. And the facilities here just continue to get a little bit better. We got a great par 3 area. We've got a great junior golf cottage for kids to come in and stay. Obviously, we have this facility and
indoor hitting bays, and then of course this huge tee.
Yeah.
That lends itself pretty well.
That looks out to my office.
Yeah, really. The golf courses themselves, from an instructor's point of view, to have 2 totally different layouts, really different. And even with different grasses on the greens, it's a good thing. Old Waverly, the style of that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean it's a parkland golf course, so it's here. It's kind of driven out, has some tree-lined fairways, has some shots that sort of appear to be somewhat of a minimalist course here at Old Waverly. Great fescue, greens are real subtle. Just a really good golf course. Across the street, that's a Gil Hance golf course. The greens are different, the bunkering's different. The golf course across the street is a minimalist golf course. Very few trees, nothing that you will see within 300 or 400 miles of here.
So folks, if you don't believe me, that VJ Trolio is a top 100 great teacher, take it from the fact that his philosophy works on his old family because his son Cohen made it to the semifinal of the 2019 U.S. Amateur.
Right.
And I guess he took lessons from you, huh?
Yeah, are you going to say anything about his caddy making it through all those?
That's right. With the old man on the bag, that worked pretty well.
Right.
But he's just one of a long line of successful, very successful players that have come through this.
Yeah,
this
we're very dedicated to amateur sports.
And Mississippi State practices right here, right?
Yeah, their practice facility is home at Mossy Oak Golf Club.
Working out with Allie McDonald, LPGA Tour, Solheim Cup team, Mississippi Stater. Dak Prescott, the Dallas Cowboy quarterback.
Yeah. He obviously doesn't take a whole lot of golf instruction because he's too busy becoming a great quarterback. Yeah. But yeah, he's just another part of the family around here that we're very proud of.
And a Hall of Famer, football Hall of Famer, Jerry Rice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he enjoys it. His time when he comes to Old Waverly, he enjoys his time here, and again, great athlete and another part of the family here at Old Waverly.
I've been told that my swing is very Hogan-esque. It's a lot like Arnold Hogan. He owns a hardware store in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania. But at any rate, at least I've got some attachment.
Right.
Maybe by the time I get here, some will rub off. VJ Trolio, top 100 instructor, director of instruction, right here at Old Waverly and Mossy Oak. putting green at Old Waverly with the coach. Put me in, coach. The short game coach, Tim Yelverton, part of the instructional team here at both Old Waverly and Mossy Oak. And Tim, you've been teaching an awful lot of really good players down here, and I guess a big part of it is the short game.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I think we all know how much the short game and putting specifically account for a golfer's score. You know, I mean, the average player is going to take 40% of their strokes with one club.
And you've got a wonderful facility for it, not just the golf courses, but the actual instructional facility itself.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, we have the teaching center on the back of the range here at Old Waverly Golf Club. We also have Mossy Oak Golf Club just right across the street. VJ Trolio, who has been teaching here at Old Waverly since 2000. Dave Hamilton, who's been a member here even before VJ was here. They got together and created the best training aid, I believe, that's on the market. Not just for putting, but for golf in general, but it's specifically for putting.
Well, we have two different ones set up here, and I guess there's a reason for it. Tell me why.
Absolutely. My favorite way to use the putting arcs is this right here is a T3. It's this, all the curves on the arcs are all the same shape, okay? It's just the lighter, more portable one. And then here we have the HD. So here you could use the heel or the toe of the putter and move it along. But here what we've created is a little gate, if you will. So like one of my favorite drills with students or myself when I'm working on it is to use the T3 and move the heel of the putter against it, and then just step a couple inches closer and then use the toe. I get a little feel for each of those, and then I go in the middle and I make some practice strokes, not touching either one.
And the idea obviously is to form a repetitive stroke.
Absolutely.
That you take out on the golf course with confidence. I'm going to tell you how much confidence. I've worked with this a little bit. So I'm confident that I can beat you in a putting challenge right here because I am an exceptional putter. Any rate, we're going to do a little challenge. Is that okay?
I'm ready.
You're up for it?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'll tell you what, here's how confident I'll even let you go first.
All right, here we go.
End of challenge. Done. Cancel challenge. Challenge is in the bar. I'm better off there than I am out here anyway. Let's go.
All right, I'll take you up on it. Let's go.
Introducing HL4, the fourth release in the award-winning Hot Launch series from Master Club designer David Glaude. The new HL4 Hybrid features a thinner and lighter 17.4 forged steel crown for faster club head and ball speeds. The redesigned cup face is thinner, providing more face flex and greater power. In addition, variable face thickness technology provides more contact points on the face that provide better off-center hit distance, so mishits fly just like on-center strikes. The low-profile face incorporates high-toe design. A heavier sole weight lowers the CG and raises MOI for the best in feel, launch, and forgiveness. A power channel behind the face moves weight to the back of the club head, while also maximizing face flex. Visit an authorized Tour Edge fitter today and experience the best custom-fitted value in golf. Hand-built in the USA, backed by our lifetime warranty, and shipped with our unprecedented 48-hour delivery guarantee on custom-fit orders. Hot Launch HL4. Get fit, spend less, play better.
Sitting on the deck in front of the pro shop at Mossy Oak Golf Club, sister course across the street from Old Waverly, with the founder, George Bryan.
Tony, good to see you.
It's good to see you, and thank you for having us down in your neck of the woods.
Thank you for being here.
It's a beautiful neck.
Thank you.
I wanted to find out what exactly caused you to first start Old Waverly, which opened in 1988. Your golf background, oh no, you were in the meat business. I
Right,
forgot.
in the food business, that's right.
Yeah, how did you go from the food business to the
Well,
golf?
my dad he started the food business, he and his brother, in 1936. And it's, of course, was in our blood. And then we didn't have a golf course here until 1958 in West Point. And he was involved in building the first 9-hole course here in 1958. And I was a youngster, and I worked out building the golf course on a tractor. I was disking the fairways, and so I kind of always, I think that's when it started, you know, then, and then I played golf. Then we formed a group. I told 30 founders, local men in this Golden Triangle, if they would buy a lot and a membership, that we'd build the golf course. Of course, I didn't know what I was getting into at that time, but we went ahead and did it. We bought the land, and it started. We worked with Jerry Pate and Bob Cupp, who were two great people to work with, and we opened at Waverly in 1988, and called it Old Waverly from the mansion that was 6 miles from here, called Waverly Mansion. That became the name, Waverly, in '88.
That was a dream at that time, and a dream that there were people who doubted.
Right.
So
right.
now let's fast forward to what might be considered a dream, and people really doubted the fact that you would build a golf course across the street from your other golf
That's
course.
right.
Tell
That's
me
right.
how that came about here at
That
Mossy.
really came about from our years. After we built Waverly, we started going to Scotland. First trip was in 1990. And we went every other year, sometimes every year, and just fell in love with the Scots, and felt like we were going home, you know, when we would go back over and see the Scottish people. And then about 10 years later, we got the idea of why don't we build a kind of a links course in Mississippi, sort of reminiscent of what we saw in the links courses in Scotland. Although we don't have the ocean here, and we don't have the beach here, you know, we could still build a links style golf course. We got in touch with Gil Hance because he was doing the Olympic course, and so we brought Gil in 2014.
Pennsylvania in Mississippi.
That's right. Gil was working, he was beginning to do the work on the Olympic course, and we followed that closely.
Did he need a translator when he came in?
Oh, no. Gil talked a little bit like us. But it probably took him a while to understand us, you know, down here. But
So a complimentary style golf course
right.
with additional cottages right here, and this was all part of the grand plan to set this up as a destination and start bringing people in from
That's correct. That's
across the
correct.
country and around the world. To
We
West
felt-
Point, Mississippi. Can you
Yeah.
figure?
We felt like, you know, we had a member course across the street, and we felt like we wanted to open to the public course here. Mississippi State University has their golf program here. We donated 12 acres of this land to them, and they're right next to us. And so, like I said, we opened the course in '16. This is our 3rd year, and it's really grown in very well now. It's growing in very nice, and we still have a little work to do, but we're getting people from a lot of places coming here, from all over the world to see.
Tell me some of your favorite features on the golf course. I know that there are some unique ones.
Well, I mean, there's a couple of short par 4s that Gil put in and I really like. I like the 17th hole where he built the big bunker up on the hill. 10 is a really good par 4, and number 3.
Number 3, 299-yard par 4 from the tips. Talk about a short par 4. Well, it won't play that short. Way uphill to the green, and a world of bunkers waiting for you.
Can't think of a hole I don't like really out here. I think Gil did a tremendous job on the golf course, and the more people that come here and play it, and the more times you play it, the more you like it.
Wilkes Bryan, CEO, the Old Waverly Club, one of the most beautiful private country clubs you could find in the Deep South. But through the Traveling Golfer, you're going to find a way that you can come here. And on this show, we're going to give them an inside look at this beautiful property. History is a huge part of the Old Waverly Club, even down to the logo itself, which is a replication of the cupola at Monticello, the home of Thomas Jefferson, our third president, and someone you know a little bit.
Well, my grandmother was a genealogist, and she always told me that he was our fifth great uncle, my fifth great uncle. I've done a lot of reading and studying on him. I don't know that he don't think he played golf though.
No, but some of your other ancestors did. So we go back a little farther, across the pond. And there's a big name in the clubhouse, the Camerons. Tell us about that.
On my grandmother's side, she was a Cameron, and her great grandmother came over from around. It was around Glasgow, Scotland, just a little south of Glasgow, Scotland. So I mean, golf has been kind of in our blood for a long time.
The Old Waverly Club has quite a tradition of golf, least of which we mentioned the 1999 U.S. Women's Open.
We had the 1999 U.S. Women's Open, and then we've done an 06 U.S. Women's Mid-Amateur, and in 2019 we just had the Women's U.S. Amateur, and the champion was Gabriella Ruffle. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep working with the USGA, and we hope to bring another, a major USGA event to this area, to this golf course.
So let's start talking about the golf course itself. The work by Jerry Pate and Bob Cupp. Beautiful rolling hills.
This property was just kind of here. We didn't really have to do a lot to it, you know.
Not a lot of dirt was moved.
Not a lot of dirt was moved, and this property was just perfect. It was like a golf course should have been here anyway, you know.
The ponds at Old Waverly collect a lot of golf balls, especially this one in front of the 5th green. Excuse me, you have one of my golf balls there. There's one of them. Obviously, it is as stern a test as you could have if they're having USGA championships. How about for these 750 members? Can they come out and have a good time without getting tortured?
They can, and we have 5 different sets of tees. You know, you can play it as hard as you want, or you can go out and have a good time. You know, the thing about this golf course is it's very fair. You know?
How would you characterize the greens here at Old Waverly?
I would characterize our greens as very subtle. They're not too, sloping and too undulations. You know, it's not like you're putting in moguls. So.
No buried elephants.
No buried elephants.
Right?
But I think they're very fair and they're very subtle.
Now it's time for the Strack-A-Line putt of the day. The greens at Old Waverly, no buried elephants on them. However, a lot of subtle breaks, and that's where the Strack-A-Line putting guide can really help. Obviously, course condition is always a big part of the enjoyment of the members, but then with people coming from all over the place, you've got to wow them every single day.
That's what we like to do. I mean, that is what we get up for in this business every day, and I feel like we have a great staff of people that work here, that every time somebody comes in here, they're coming in here, and we need to make an impression on them and take care of them, because they're coming. We have people coming from all over the country, and they can choose anywhere they would like to go. So we know that when they come here, we're going to do the best we can to make them remember, their experience here.
So let's tell the viewers how it is that a place as wonderful and as private as Old Waverly Club can open up to the rest of the world.
We have 750 members, you know, from about 31 states and eight foreign countries. But we have cottages on property. So we have about 50 rooms on property. And if you come here, you can stay in one of those rooms, and you can have the privileges of playing the golf course like a member for a day or two. So it's a great experience.
It really is, and cottages is probably the greatest understatement you could ever give, because we're staying this week in a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath cottage, part of a condo building that is about as upscale as you possibly can imagine. And so you're staying in the lap of luxury, and you're playing these great golf courses. Well, folks, again, the opportunity to anyone to get a temporary look at one of the great private country clubs in America, available through their Stay and Play program. The best way to find out more about that would be the website.
The website and social media. Website is www.oldwaverly.com, and then we have Old Waverly Golf Club on Facebook and Twitter.
There's a term that people use all the time, Southern hospitality. I don't know if it's true that it was born here at Old Waverly, but they certainly live it every single day. Remember my little sister Edith Ann from the old Rowan and Martin Laugh-In show? She'd tell you Old Waverly Golf Club is something special, and that's the truth.
Tony Leodora's golf wardrobe, courtesy of Antigua, the leader in modern golf apparel.
Tour Edge is the official equipment sponsor of the Traveling Golfer.